What's up, guys? It's Coach Grant with First Down Training, and today we're going to be breaking down how to run a T route. So what is a T route? So a T route, this is the way I was always taught. This is the terminology I've used. I'm sure a lot of people have different terminologies for this route, but it's like the opposite of a whip route, right? So a whip route, what you would do, and this is not a whip route is where you break to the slant, and then you break it out towards the sideline, right? You keep your hips and your shoulders facing this line of scrimmage the entire time. Now, a T route is where you're breaking to the out, and then coming back across the middle of the field. So it's outside breaking back to the inside, okay? So now we're going to be talking about how you guys can get out of the break efficiently, how you guys can avoid injury on this type of a break, and how you guys can create explosion. So let's watch the thing full speed. So this receiver does a great job bursting to the sideline, snapping it off, and being able to get separation. So much like a whip route, fellas, in this case, what do you think you have to do? To the out portion of this, you have to sell this route with your speed and with your stride. That is number one. That's what gets this DB to overcommit on this thing, because this is kind of like a choice route, an option route, you could consider this, but you have to be able to get that guy to commit based on your speed, body language, and stride. So when Calvin Austin comes off of here, he breaks. Again, he's pushing off of that cut leg in full stride. A DB is trying to see if you are going to change your speed, start chopping your stride, or starting to round your pad level, right? So those are the things that have to sell the route. I have to have speed on this thing, and my shoulders and hips have to be committed to the break point, because that's exactly where the DB's watching. Look where his eyes are. His eyes are on the hips. So if right before this break point, you start to turn your shoulders, you start to turn your hips towards the side of the break before you snap down, that's what gives that key indicator to that DB and lets him know that you are making a break. So to be efficient on a T route, to be efficient on a whip route, you have to stay committed with your upper half until we snap this thing down. And the snap down and that hip drop is what will change direction for you. Okay, so now everybody loves to say, oh, well, you're running into a break like this and you're running full speed and you're snapping down. That's a great way to hurt yourself. Oh, you're going to hurt your knee like this. You're going to hurt your ankle like this. Not if you do it efficiently. If you do it efficiently and you know how to do this mechanically correct, you're not going to hurt yourself, okay? But before we get into that, fellas, I want to talk to you guys about a great opportunity we are offering this offseason. We are traveling out to 9 different cities across the United States. We just updated our camp schedule. We're going to be coming out to Phoenix, Arizona, February 19th and 20th. Then we're going out to Houston, Texas. We had to postpone the camp due to the crazy weather that's going on in Texas right now, but we are coming out there again March 5th and 6th. Then we're coming out to Newark, Atlanta. Then we added Columbus, Ohio to our camp tour. Then we're coming out to Chicago, Dallas, Nashville, and Los Angeles. So for 2-day quarterback and wide receiver training camps, if you guys are local to one of those 9 cities, we would love to have you out to one of our camps. Again, spots are limited to only 10 to 12 guys because we actually want to take the time to coach you and explain to you and break down what you're doing wrong and how you can fix it. You see it so often in a lot of these camps where it's just too many kids. The coaches just set up cones, hurdles, whatever. We're just going to throw routes, and the goal is to just run you through as fast as you can. We are not trying to do that. We're actually trying to take the time to develop each athlete, explain to them how to get better, and then help their game actually improve. That's the main focus of this. So if you guys are local to one of those 8 cities, 9 cities, fellas, and want to come out and get some work in with us, check out that very first link in the description below. We would love to have you out to one of our off-season camps. Let's get back to this video. So now, like I was saying, the thing that's going to help you not get hurt on this type of a cut is actually dropping low, right? Because everybody knows that when you're running full speed into a break, what do you have to do to be able to change direction? You have to get to a low explosive position and you have to be violent with your hips. So when I drop into a route, I have to get low. So many guys try to make this type of a whip route break where they snap, they pivot, and then they hook the third step around like so, like this. And again, his knee's in a little bit shaky of a position right here. It's probably not the best position I'd like it to be in. His foot's a little bit outside of his frame. But the reason why this works is because of how low he dropped. That's what gives you balance. Think about it like this. Like if somebody's trying to push you over and you stand directly tall, they're going to push you over every time. But you get lower than them and they try to push you over, you're not going to give. You're not going to fall over. Same thing when it comes to route running. That balance, that stability at the top of the break comes from actually dropping low. Too many guys will try to make this break and they don't actually drop down. They don't bring their chin to their knee. They try to cut with their chest up in the air and they lean back and they just try to step super hard with their feet. That's how you guys are going to hurt yourself. You drop with your hips and you get to a balanced position right there, you're not going to hurt yourself. The hip drop is what slows you down. The second step gets your hips pivot. Then the third step hooks around to drive you out. You just got to make sure that that third step is inside of your frame and you're not trying to make that type of cut right there, standing up super tall and putting all that pressure on your knees. So to make that break on a whip route, to make it on a T route, you have to make sure that we are snapping down to slow down, pivoting to get my hips turned, hooking around, staying inside that frame to drive me off of that leg. Let's watch the thing again, full speed one more time. This is a textbook T route right here. Again, I'm sure there's other terminology for it, but it's just like a whip route, and this is a great job selling the route, being full speed, using the hips to change direction for you. Let's watch it again, full speed. Great job selling the out, snapping this thing right off, and then making that play over the middle. Great route by Calvin Austin. All right, guys, really want to thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. If you guys have any questions at all, don't hesitate to leave those in the comment section below. We'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. We always appreciate the feedback from you guys, and any video suggestions or what you'd like to see is always much appreciated. And again, fellas, if you're local to one of those 9 cities that we are traveling out to this offseason, Phoenix, Arizona, Houston, Texas, Newark, Atlanta, Columbus, Chicago, Dallas, Nashville, or Los Angeles, check out that very first link in the description below. We would love to have you out to one of our off-season training camps. Again, very first link below. I'll see you guys next time.